Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and we are going to do our November weekly vlog, life in the week of IronTrap Garage. So it should be pretty fun. We're getting into like winter mode where we're doing a lot of projects and we're trying to kind of focus on getting everything set up so that we can work in the shop, trying to clean things out of the shop. Mike's been pulling a lot of stuff out of the shop and selling stuff. If you guys follow the IronTrap Finds or eBay account, I've been selling flathead intakes, 32 grills, 34 grills, stuff that's just been laying around that I really don't need, and we're tripping over now. We're trying to work on cars. So Mike's gonna be working on some of that this week. We need to get that engine, and we did the run stand video. That engine is actually sold pretty quickly, surprise, surprise, and we're gonna get another engine on the stand, and I gotta get the trunk lid off the 34 because we're gonna get the paint matched on that. It's Steve's first day / first week, so he'll show you some
the
of
hazing process.
Hazing process. We're definitely going to take him to Glicks, to our favorite scrap metal yard, to drop some scrap and also pick up some supplies, and who knows what else we'll get into this week. But we're going to take you guys along for a ride, as we always do.
Morning, guys. While Matt and Steve are at the shop working on some projects, I'm gonna get some work done here. Still a lot of organizing to do. I got a whole nother section of pallet racking up. So I'm gonna work on moving some pallets around today to try and get things better organized, but this is slowly shrinking. Got most of the fenders out of here. Started going through some cows last week. So I need to keep working on getting this shrunk down, so if we have some parts come in, we can put them here and then go through them. Then in here, so in here, as you can see, moved a bunch of this stuff out. I need to move these few things here, put another section of pallet racking up. But this is going to be our second section here. I got to put pallets on today, try and get some more things up. And we are also working on moving all of our shipping supplies to the warehouse. It's all box and ship and print labels from here. Gets everything out of Matt's basement, and everything's here, one spot. Parts are here, boxes are here, less handling of things. I'm gonna try and put, I believe, I'm gonna do mechanical stuff on the bottom here, so we'll have transmissions, juice brake parts, spindles, front axles, that kind of stuff. And then I'll probably put some, I might put Matt's keeper stuff up here so it's out of our way. I haven't decided yet, but I've slowly been going through and trying to organize and put stuff away to make it a little bit easier. And in here, this still looks like a giant mess, but things are organized. You know, we got our 32 parts, 34 part, 33 4, 5 6, 7 8 and 9, 40 are all going to be in here. I haven't moved a whole lot of these yet, but that's on my list for this week. So slowly going through, got to organize wheels, and it's just never ending. Once I get one thing done, there's 10 more that need to be. So gonna get to work today, and we'll see how far I get.
No, I'm pointing out how as soon as I know the sandwich.
Must be nice having employees, huh? Got his coffee, sandwich.
That's good. Step on it.
Working hard. Are your hands even dirty?
From yesterday. Leave me alone.
Steve's the only smart one that brought gloves.
I remembered him anyhow.
We can just build our pole barn, whole building here. We don't even need to have anyone do it.
It wasn't for permits.
Yeah. Literally everything.
Yeah, it's all stainless section.
pallet racking. Holy pallet racking.
Yeah, right.
Aluminum.
Looks like a,
You make aluminum sub rails.
yeah. Won't rust.
Vermont. Cast iron heaters. You need them?
None right now. The sheet metal was down on that lean-to.
Taking it quick.
Chain lifts and everything.
Yeah, I got my trolley here. I couldn't find. You can't buy one wide enough anymore, new.
Oh.
They just like don't make it. And I went here and in like 5 minutes I found a trolley. Perfect for my beam.
Never know what you're gonna find.
I want just this piece.
Just the end bell. All right, so it's Tuesday. We're back at the warehouse. We pulled that APA off the engine stand. It's in the back of the truck. I have another APA we're going to take back to the house to put on the run stand. We bought this in Lansdale, which is a couple towns over, and it was pulled out of a 38 to have a earlier the correct engine put in it. We were told it was a running and driving engine when pulled. They just wanted to put their correct engine in. So we're gonna take this back to the shop, tinker with it and see if we can get it running. Worst case, we'll just part it out from the shop, take it apart and do what we need to do with it. So get this downstairs, put this in the back of the truck, take the other one out. The other one has to go on a pallet and get shipped. So got some moving around to do, but getting things sold and back into cars. Well, we put up our Christmas tree. We're gonna leave this here for the holiday season, smack dab in the middle of the shop. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to walk around, huh, Steve?
A little bit.
So we're shooting a photo actually for our calendar. This will be our December photo. We got a little bit of speed equipment, some gauges, a 32 grill, what every hot rodder wants for Christmas under the Christmas tree. So while I was working on this, Steve has been plugging away on the Schroll 32. You and Matt finished up valve springs or valve seals today, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
So that's all finished. This year engine did not have valve seals. They had little O-rings on the intake valves, correct?
I had wipers on the exhaust.
Okay.
They didn't come stock with them.
Yeah,
but this one did have it.
It was later. It was later they added the seals.
Yep.
So Matt decided to put seals on the intake and exhaust, so that's all taken care of. And Steve got the oil lines. It's kind of a bear. Oh, there we go. The oil lines finished and the fuel line. So this is the oil filter relocation kit, which is part of the Hildebrandt starter changeover. So there's lines run to the oil filter here. We still need to get a cartridge for that, but it's mounted, at least the lines are run. Fuel pressure regulator is under the car with a line up to the fuel block, which I'll show you. And then Steve got lines run back here to the fuel pump and up to the tank. So we're getting pretty close to getting ready to be able to fire this thing up. There is the fuel line up to the fuel block. The carburetors are off right now at our friend John's, getting rebuilt. So once they come back, we do need to go to Pat Mason's, get the mag, but we should be able to start it with the Petronics that are in it now. As you can see, Steve has also been plugging away on wiring, but this car is pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it, so wiring is pretty easy. And then Matt today was also finishing up. Take a walk over here. This will be out in a later video, probably later next week. Sub rails. You don't have to run away, Steve. You're okay. Sub rails for the 33. So this will be in a video probably Friday of this coming week or next week. But he's got one more side to do. Just chugging along. So hopefully we'll check in with you guys tomorrow, see what we got going on.
All right, guys, so we had a pretty productive week in the shop. I know Mike showed you guys a little bit what was going on. I was absent, running around doing a bunch of different stuff this week, but we got a lot done. And Steve and I, mainly Steve, worked out a bunch of like nitpicky stuff that needs to be done on this. We got a whole huge, this is only a little bit of them, but I got a huge stash of V-belts at a local state auction, so that finally we can just go through our belts and find what size we need, so we don't buy 18 belts and have to return them. This belt here is a little too wide. It's one size too wide, but and a little tight because it is too wide, but it gave us the length that we needed. So now that we know that, I can go ahead and order a belt for this thing, and we'll be all set up there. We ended up, Steve, we have to grind down this yet, but Steve cut this and I zapped it together, and I have to finish weld it. This extension here, bracket, I had it over top and it looked kind of ugly, so he ended up moving that down to the bottom, added a little extension, gave us some adjustment. We have some room down under the valve cover, and it all works out pretty good. So a lot of these little nitpicky things that, you know, takes an hour, 2 hours here, hour there. Steve's been running all the wiring, just getting it in its rough location. So he has 90% of the wiring kind of to where it needs to be. We've been working on just, you can see here, he doesn't have any of it wrapped yet, just kind of started going under the dash and everything, but we have all that stuff going pretty good. And he's working on taillights. He's got the Pontiac taillights, so we got to change the buckets, or not the buckets, but the receivers for the taillight. Bulbs are really crappy, and so we're going to put these just simple universal ones, and you get these in your local auto parts store, and that will solve that problem. So he's got a bunch of that stuff done. I was able to bang out the welding all on the top side of the sub rails for the 33. So I had a lot of welding to do yesterday and fit up the last of these couple of brackets. I got these cross braces there, and then the ones back here, and this is good enough to get this video pretty much finished up. I got to weld the bottom of it on Sunday, which I will do kind of when it's quiet around here, a little more quiet, and I'll get that all knocked out. So what we are working on now is, it is Saturday morning, quite early in the morning, and I am jumping in the truck to head up near Sparta, New Jersey, where my buddy Jason lives, that you know, see us, help us out, and travels with us from time to time. Jason, last time we went up to visit him and check out his project, and we hit a couple spots to pick and also to see some cars. So I'm going up to visit him, number one, to drop off a grill. So I've been, if you watch the IronTrap Finds page, I've been, what's up, buddy? Hi. I've been selling off some grills and intakes and stuff because we had been doing some shop cleaning before winter, and I decided to sell some grills. So I'm taking this grill, which I took the bars out of for Jason to use. He's going to do a kind of a custom insert on his pickup project. So I'm going to bring that out to him. I'm also going to be picking up some parts for my own project. So Ed, that we stopped to see before, I had mentioned to him way back when I first got that 32.3 window, I was looking for some stuff. He has located locally, one of his buddies has a really cherry 32 frame, so I'm picking that up. And then also, finally, one of our viewers, Steve, that lives in one of the neighboring towns, had sent us an email a while ago before I had a problem with the engine in my dad's car, saying that he had a small block Ford he pulled out of a 32.3 window that he owns, and he offered it up to us for the price of $0. So I'm going up there, I'm going to trade him some merch, and we're going to grab that engine. So we're going to grab an engine for my dad's car, a frame for my truck, hang out with some friends, and we'll show you what we find along the way. It should be fun and a good end to the week. So let's get going.
Good.
Okay, so this was in your 3 window.
Yup, this is the 3 window. I pulled this out, put a small block Chevy in with 4 2s.
Man, I almost don't need to put any of these extra parts I have on.
No, it's got Cal custom valve cover.
Yeah, I got all this like new stuff I got.
Clean it up. And
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm glad this worked out. Remember, I had emailed in.
Well, yeah, you had emailed me, and I just got in the car, and my friend Carl was like, "Oh, the engine was good, blah blah blah," and I was like, "I don't need another small block."
How about the sump? Does it matter on what you're putting in?
I have the sump that was on mine, so but he had it in a 32.3 window, so this.
I got a pan off a 348 stroker motor. It's chrome. It's hanging on a barn wall. You can take it if you want. I just don't know where the sump is. If it matters on what you're putting it in.
Well, this has the cross steer still, so, since it's a 40.
I think this was the center sump, the one I got hanging on the wall. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I think this one might be the wrong one, which I have the one that was on my engine. I'll have to take a look, but I may be interested. That's cool. So that the it had like a floor shifter on it then.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, I see those shifters right there.
There you go.
You're gonna need to use the automatic too.
Yeah, that's what this is.
And this is a really good trans.
Okay.
Right.
This is exactly what the car had in it, except it was a 302, but it had the
Yeah.
same trans in it. Just they had rigged up the column shift with the column.
Yeah, and those have
We'll
floor
get it on there.
shifter and everything had in it. So.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. You tell me what to do and I'll do it.
We're just gonna lift up the front.
All right, we got one started. Perfect. Keep pressure on it.
All right. There you
Just gotta watch the front.
Yep.
Okay, now you're good. Now you can move your leg and you'll be
You need to
set.
get one of these back.
I know I do need a power
There's
tailgate.
nothing like them.
Oh my god. That's same.
You gonna be able to slide that into your truck then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this is higher than his truck. Yeah.
So he can just get the gate up high enough for roll.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Should work out nice. Sweet. Man, this is awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, we bought the body and frame a couple $100 back in the '60s, late '60s,
Okay.
and then we built it in our parents' one-car garage behind the house. Just two kids really didn't know what the hell they were doing.
It was you and your brother, right?
Just me and my older
Yeah.
brother. He did all the welding on it
Okay.
and had the body painted. The interior my wife did.
Okay. And it's got what, a Model A frame?
It's stock Model A frame.
Okay.
327's out of, did you ever hear Gasoline Alley in Patterson?
Okay.
It's out
Yeah.
of Gasoline Alley in Patterson.
Wow.
It's got an old Pappy Huff drive shaft on it.
Awesome.
So
And this is, what engine did you have in it when you first built it? This
this
same.
is what we always had.
same
But
engine.
I just kept reincarnating the engine.
Okay.
Been rebuilt a couple times and different manifold combinations and carbs
Wow.
and shit.
And you said you did the interior your wife did?
Yeah, man, you can flip the top up.
Oh, all right.
If you push it all the way back, it'll stay up.
There you go. So she did this in the kitchen, you said?
Dining room
Dining room.
and sewing machine.
Okay. And the seats, are they like a British car or are they actually?
Nah, they're bar stools.
Oh, bar stools. All right. Yeah. Oh, I see it now. Yep, with the base taken off. That's cool. Awesome. And you guys obviously got around with it.
Yeah. So it's
That's
fun.
cool.
It's fun, you know. We had a good time. 12-bolt Chevy rear in it.
Okay.
16-inch Halbrand.
Yeah. And when about did you build this? Late 60s, you said?
Late 60s, early 70s.
Wow.
Started in the late 60s.
That's cool.
It's had many reincarnations.
Well, they usually do.
So now I just tinker with it,
Yeah.
you know.
It's got a cool look.
Yeah, it's different. Different, you know. Might look like patina, but it's just like dirt.
Well, you built it a while ago. It's got some miles and age on it, right?
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. Once my brother got sick, then it was like kind of.
Didn't.
He was my mentor, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's cool that you still got it and you didn't get rid of it, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna get rid of it.
That's the important thing. I love this top. I love these tops though with just the real sharp
Yeah.
style to them. Like it just looks so cool. Very cool.
What do you do? Don't drop it on your foot.
we're not gonna drop it.
It's nose heavy, so you're gonna have to strap it back.
Yeah, you got a strap.
Yeah, he
Yep.
does.
I might even move it closer to the tailgate side.
Just watch yourself a second.
You're gonna put the frame on here too, then, Matt?
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll straddle it.
Oh man, you know what? That's gonna be interesting with the frame.
Every time I go somewhere, I try and make a bunch of stops. By the end, my truck's like.
If you didn't have the motor, at least you could like kind of, you know, lay the.
Well, I
frame
usually put
up.
the frame over the tailgate sticking out the back, so I'm hoping we can kind of set it over. We'll figure it out. If I got to turn the frame sideways,
I think that's what you're gonna have to do. Yeah.
Worst case scenario,
I can fit
we'll put the frame in the back of my truck and bring it in my barn and lock it up until you need it.
this. Nah, we'll get it home. We always do. Maybe I will leave it here. All right, so it's Sunday morning, and I got back last night, and it was pretty dark, so I just closed the truck up and went inside for the evening. So I want to show you guys what we got kind of to round out the week. Anytime I do these quick little trips, basically I try and hit a couple different places just to make the most of it. When you're away from the shop for a day or two, you want to, you know, picking up one thing's nice, but if you can pick up a few things and visit with some people, it's always good. So we stopped and saw Steve, and Steve hooked us up with this engine that was in his 32.3 window. That was a good running engine, but he decided to redo the car more to his liking, and he was putting a small block Chevy in. He ran, same was running, driving, good engine. When he pulled it out, engine and trans, shifting, and it is like got everything on it. We were joking, we could just blow the dust off of it and probably put it in my dad's car and just drive it. So we're just gonna do a quick once over on it and literally probably do basically that, change the oil, check the fluids, do all that stuff, and then hopefully it'll end up in this. So we're trying to get this thing back in the shop before it's like absolute winter time, and maybe get that engine in there and get it to move under its own power. So this is huge, and thank you, Steve, for allowing us to get this engine. It's going to be awesome. Didn't show my dad yet, so if he's watching this video, Dad, we got you an engine. So that's really cool, and it's got all the right stuff on it, which will be perfect for my dad. So also, let's see. Oh, and the other thing here. So we went to visit with Ed, and Ed took me over to Ernie's place, and Ernie had a 32 frame that was stashed away for many years. It was his father's, and he was nice enough to sell that to me. So I got this pretty darn cherry 32 frame. This is going to be for the 32.3 window that we got earlier this year. I'm just in parts gathering mode, so we had talked about this frame quite a while ago, and since I was making a trip out to visit Steve, I decided to make the transaction. They dug it out for me, and I purchased the frame. So it's a really, really nice frame. Still has like original paint on the frame. It's not super pitted. It's not like cut up. It's got one leg that Ernie's dad had removed to put, I guess because it was butchered, and he has another leg he gave me. So should be really good. I'm really psyched to get that frame. It's another big piece of the puzzle, and really, other than a driver's door, I am just about got all my boxes checked of stuff I need for that car. So got some little goodies here. So Steve, this is the 32 steering box. It was pulled out of his car when they were been redoing it. Put an F1 box in. So got a cool gold metal flake wheel that came with it that Jason, our buddy Jason that lives up in Jersey there, maybe get donated to his truck project. Ed let me dig in his scrap pile, and as always, I found something. This is a really neat Model T spring that I think somebody went and had either these springs made, or they had these bent a little further out to actually spread out the lower the spring and also spread out the spring a little bit. So I need to measure that, but I'm hoping I can make that work. He literally had it on his purgatory scrap pile, and I couldn't let it sit. So grab that. Steve had this old chrome spring that was off his 32.3 window. I grabbed that with the clamp. Ed had these little T-bars. I think it was on his bitchin' 32 two-door sedan. It was his dad's. I think they had it on at some point, he said. We got this neat little moon fuel pressure gauge from Steve, and this sun basically vacuum gauge. It's pretty neat. I was looking for a mounting cup set up for the sun tack that's in the Schroll coupe, and Ed had a spare NOS mounting cup on his wall of spare parts, and I was able to get that, which is awesome. So we can put that right on the car next week. Just some neat old beer tap shift knob from Steve, and then Ernie donated these to me. I've never seen them before, and I got an education. These are Model A, or I didn't measure them yet to see Model A or 32 Ford, 33, 34, I'm not sure, but these are mechanical backing plates, and Anson made a kit to convert your juice brakes
convert your stock backing plates to juice brakes. So this actually has Anson right on it. So never seen that before. And Ernie said his dad had these hanging on the wall for many, many, many years. And he donated them to me to have. So I'm going to keep these on the wall myself. And hopefully someday we'll find the perfect car for them. I got to measure them and see. I'm hoping they're 32. Because these might be really cool to put on a early style car. But just a really neat conversion. Didn't know they exist, and now it's something to keep an eye out for when I'm hunting at the swap meets. So that's a little bit of my bounty from this trip. So that was a pretty packed week of everything we were doing. I'm gonna finish up welding up that subframe on the car today on Sunday. I'm kind of by myself now on Sundays, which is cool. And I'll finish turning music up, finish welding that. We'll get that knocked out, and then next week will be a new week. So thank you guys for following along, and hope we enjoyed just like another week in the life of IronTrap Garage and all the stuff that goes on that doesn't always get filmed. Now we're trying to film it. Thanks, guys. Catch you later.